Well, good morning from Camp Paradise. Unfortunately, I have to leave Paradise today, which is a damn shame because this has become one of my favourite little spots, I reckon. But before we bugger off, I thought I might show you what it looks like from the air, eh? Have a go at the vista. All these little mesas everywhere. So cool. I do love this country. Just wow. Well, it's getting a bit late in the afternoon. It's been a big day. I've just come down from Upper Carrawine, been to Nullagine. Nothing of any interest happened there. I'm exploring up some station tracks at the moment. Was trying to find what I thought was going to be a big water hole, but turns out it's dry. Water's a bit skanky, but anyway. She'll do, and look at this nice grassy spot to pull up in. Camped on grass for a change. How good will that be? Well, I've only done 220 odd kilometres for the day, but 4:30 I'm feeling a bit weary, to be honest. But I found this spot. Chester and Fiona, who I met earlier in the trip, were telling me about, and also my mate Len. He was up here a month ago as well. He also found this place. Just a little water hole on Wild Dog Creek. Beautiful little place, got some grass. Water's a bit manky. Don't think I'll be going for a swim, but rather pleasant all the same. But I've got some interesting stuff to show you over the back. It's really cool. Shut up, you bastards. So at the rear of the waterhole, like I'm camped up just over there, got a couple of these rocky structures. I'm not sure what that would have been. So you can see the stony structure over there, but the cool thing is this one here. Got an old single room building, hand laid in stone. That's just an awesome little find. And this spinifex is nasty spinifex. It's really spiny and spiky, and I keep getting nabbed in the toes and the ankles. Suppose one day I might wear boots, eh? Oh, it's you again. Ah, g'day. How you going? Hey, I found something yesterday afternoon. I didn't record on video, which I'm a bit disappointed about now because I would have liked to have shown you beforehand. But I found this old historical blaze in a tree over here. 101 years old. It was fairly well overgrown. So after I had dinner last night, instead of just knocking off glasses of red by the campfire, I thought I'd come down and restore it. And I removed 5 to 10 millimetres of bark that had virtually grown over this. That actually looked like a 0 when I first saw it. But there you go. So I've restored this historical blaze from 1919. But yeah, so that bark there's a good 3/4 of an inch thick, and the blaze is now restored. But it sort of makes you wonder, if that blaze is 101 years old, how old's that freaking tree? So if you come out here, have a look at the blaze, but don't be a clown and go making your own blazes on trees. That's what used to happen years ago. It's not what we do today. So just treat it with respect, eh? So the plan today, going to be down near Newman. I want to go check out some petroglyphs. I haven't actually seen a petroglyph this whole trip. And going to check out a meteorite crater as well. Well, I'm not even taking the GPS with me this time. So now I'm looking for something magnetic. So it's obviously going to be on this old windmill. Oh, look at that. She right there. Easy find. Thank you, Jason and Janine. I'll go fill out the log and put it back. Well, I've stopped in this parking bay to have my staple pie and chip lunch. To find the parking bay is occupied. Bit strange. So I've got a very wide wheel track or something seriously amiss. I think it's the latter. Wheel bearings ain't real flash. We're heading for those hills. The Ophthalmalia range. Termite mounds are pretty cool, hey? So I believe we have a crater to the left, a rock hole to the right, and some petroglyphs dead ahead. So let's go check out the petroglyphs, seeing they're the closest. Hell of a view. Well, you don't have to go very far, because they're all just up here. Don't know if you're going to see them from the video from this distance. I haven't got my best boots on either, so I've got to be a bit careful through here. The old wriggly sticks. Not the easiest thing to walk to, So there's one there, symbol for water. Really hard to see, but there's that looks like it might be a kangaroo or something. It's really, really faint. Check out all the bloody crickets down here. crickets everywhere. Bashing my way through the scrub now to see if we can find some permanent water. Well, all I can see there is dry. There ain't no permanent water there. I think I'm just about back at the car now, so that's a good thing. To be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed. Unless I'm actually missing something. Now, the petros here aren't very pronounced. It doesn't appear to be a great deal of them. They're just old, really old. They're estimating up to 20,000 years old, so it's probably the reason why there's not a lot around. I mean, I can see stuff up there, but I've got to walk through this snake grass to get there, which I'm not prepared to do in my current attire. So I'll just have to look at them from afar, and hopefully you can see that on the video. Alrighty, now the $64 million question. Will it go into four-wheel drive? If I can't get into four-wheel drive, my next two plans are dead in the water, which will be a real disappointment. So fingers crossed I can get the bastard to lock in. Well, I'm wondering if this four-wheel drive issue is temperature related. So I don't know how long the car's been sitting there for, maybe an hour. And I've just tried to put it into four-wheel drive and it's gone straight in. So whatever, it means I can go to our next point on the list now, once I negotiate this track out. Beautiful, so now I've got four-wheel drive working again. Oh, geez, that's tight. Now I've got four-wheel drive working again. I'm going to drive the 8.5 kilometres out to Punda Rockhole. I'm thinking, owing to the time of day it is, if it's a nice little spot I might even stay the night. Aha! We have water. What a little ripper. Have a go at that. Magnificent. Wow, what a cool little place this is. I think I'm a little bit short of the actual rock hole itself, Punda Rock Hole. I've just gone for a walk at least a good couple of kilometres upstream. Yeah, it's beautiful countries, a couple of really big deep water holes there. Tree canopy, it's like a bloody rainforest in there, you know, the sunlight just doesn't touch the ground. And of course I didn't take a video camera or a camera or anything, so I can't even show you. But it's really shitty country to camp on. Really tight, no room, rocky, undulating. So I'm thinking I'm just going to stay here. I mean, this waterhole here in itself isn't too shabby at all. Well, it's all going batshit crazy here tonight. You hear that? Hear that? They're bats. What happens is, if you get in the right country, you get a fire going, it draws in all the bugs, which then draws in all the bats. Bloody hell. There's a low-flying bat. Hear it? That doodle-oot, doodle-oot sort of noise. It's cool. There's just bats going bloody bananas out here tonight. So I'm just sitting back with a glass of red. Got the camp oven on. Fire going. listening to all the bats. How cool is this? How's the serenity, hey? Another beautiful morning here in the Pilbara. Just having a quick coffee today because I woke up a bit late. And we'll go shoot off to the Hickman crater. And I've got some business to attend to in town. Well, it's time to move on from this special place on this special day. Special place because I've not seen 1 ounce of rubbish, no poo ticket, no fire scar, no nothing. Absolutely pristine. And it's absolutely bloody fantastic to see. Just more mowing of the shrubbery. Another day in the Pilbara. None of my maps have any track going out to the crater itself, although this particular map I'm on shows this track, so I'm going to keep following it because I reckon it's my best bet. But apparently the Hickman crater is over to my right. Well, I was getting a little bit concerned as to whether I'm actually on the right track or not, but we seem to be sort of heading towards the crater now, which is something. But I just got verification. Yet another steep rocky climb. It's not too bad though, really. Bloody crickets. What's with all the crickets? It's taken me an hour or so to drive the 20 odd kilometres out here to the crater, and I've just spied the particular item that I'm looking for, so the rest has to be done on foot, unfortunately. Shitty ground to traverse too. And that, my friends, is the Hickman meteorite crater in all its glory. Good old shark caver, you've done it again. Look at that. There's a perfectly good track to drive to the bloody thing. That's a rather unique letterbox. I know where one of them is in town. And if you're home, I'm going to come and visit you this afternoon as well. Shake your hand for putting this thing out here. So the main reason I'm out here is to pay homage to my friend Joe Fury, who is the man who put this letterbox here. The guy's an absolute legend of the Pilbara, and I'm glad that he considers me one of his friends. Awesome guy. I'm going to go and put some words in the visitor book and then slowly make my way back to town, I guess. So just a little bit of history on the Hickman crater itself. It's a bit bizarre. It was only discovered in 2007, I believe. So, 14 years ago. With all the mining exploration in the place, you would have thought that it would have been found before then. But anyway, Dr. Hickman, he actually accidentally spotted it on Google Earth, and that's how it was subsequently found. How cool. Well, ideally would have loved to have put the drone up here, but there's a couple of things stopping me. One, it's a bit windy today, quite a bit windy. Secondly, I'm a bit pushed for time. I need to get into Newman today. I reckon I'm probably looking at a 2.5 hour drive, so I'm running behind schedule. I'm about to go see a man in town about driving one of those buggers. BHP is recruiting. Well, there we go. Back in Newman, just done a big circle, probably nearly a couple of 1,000 kilometres worth. I'm just going to go and visit somebody in town before I bugger off for our special little camp for this evening, so stay tuned.
So what's your aim?
What's my aim? What's the last day in the Pilbara? It's pretty sad for this trip.
Oh.
But I wanted to thank both Joe and Maria for their friendship.
Oh, that'll always be there, Shane.
Their coffee.
You don't have to.
The incredible stories that you tell.
You don't have to be holding or be beholden.
Your work that you've done out there, such as the.
That's not for us. That's not for me. That's for everybody.
I know, but just wanted to thank you and appreciate the work that you've done, which is what I wrote in that note.
That is appreciated very much.
And for your comments and advice on my videos over the years.
Don't publish any of the comments and anything because you go to jail. But the gist of the story, mate, I've used the phrase before many times, more so with people that are staggered by what they've seen in the Pilbara. You with me?
Well, I'm with you.
I've
been staggered everywhere I've gone. It's been an old wow moment.
Yeah. Well, I've said to the person, you may leave the Pilbara, go away. The Pilbara will never leave you. Yeah. You'll see a colour. It doesn't matter where you are. You'll see a colour, or you'll see the shape of a tree, and it'll remind you of the Pilbara. That's the magnet, or that's the attraction of the place.
It's a hell of a magnet.
Once it gets in you, once it gets hold of you, you're stuffed. That's it. And you get angry about it. But the gist of it is, mate, the Pilbara, there is so much to see and appreciate.
I haven't even touched the surface.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant place, and to know that the beginnings of Earth, life on Earth, this part of the world, is clearly evident there. 4.2 billion years of the Earth's history started here.
But I do want to thank you, Joe.
Likewise, mate.
For your friendship.
Thank you, Shane.
For your advice, for your information.
There was no advice. Suggestions made.
Welcome to Shark Caper's shitty camp, number 23. I'm about 70 kilometres south of Newman now. I spent too long with Joe and Maria, unfortunately, because they're just such great people to spend time with. So I decided not to go out to Calcum Pool, which is where I was planning on camping the night, because I left too late. So I've hightailed it down the road. I'm back at Camp 7. I don't know if you can see over there, but I left a whole heap of firewood here the last time I was here. I suppose now I should reveal the special reason I mentioned about earlier this morning. As it turns out, tonight is going to be night number 70 in my swag for the year. Not a bad bloody effort, eh? Well, you're not going to see that on any shitty tour. 7 o'clock, ready for the road. Ready for the long trip home. And unfortunately there yesterday, I noticed that going out to Hickman Crater, I did some damage. Bent me new number plate. Bugger. Well, I was making some good progress, so I stopped in at Meekatharra for a coffee, and then I realised that there's a geocache just out of town that I hadn't found, so I've come out to find that. It's at the site of an old railway dam. It was built back in the 1930s. Once upon a time it did have a roof, but that's been decommissioned now. So yeah, that's a pretty cool little place. I didn't know the dam here existed. A pool in the river by the look of it. So that's cool. I didn't know about that either. No doubt a popular little swimming hole for the locals when it's a bit warmer. Well, I wasn't expecting to find so much water in Meekatharra, I have to say. That's quite deep too. Well, after a huge bacon and egg burger that I had in Coomarina for breakfast, I'll show you a photo of that up there because I didn't take any video of it. And then a coffee in Meekatharra. I'm actually not hungry, but I've got the last pie of the trip cooked in the oven, so we'll go have a pie for lunch in Far Q. Alright, I'll go take you on a hyperlapse walk down past the old police station, which was built here in 1897. So 124 years old or whatever it is. Pretty cool building. Well, here we are at the Kirkalocka 24-hour roadside rest area where I've decided to camp up for the night and just have a go at all these wildflowers, will you? How magnificent is that? Just wildflowers everywhere. Birds are humming. It's all pretty cool, really. Look, Sharif. Table and chairs. And I got rid of most of the firewood on the roof. That's all been cut up, ready for tonight. And we got company. Wobble boxes everywhere. Awesome. So while we wait for dark, I'm going to have a beer. Well, good morning. It's home time. Time to pack up, hit the highway for 500 k's. You can probably hear in the background what I've been listening to all night, all the juggernauts bloody up and down the highway, but wasn't a bad place to stop apart from that. Was bitterly cold here last night. I gotta say, can't believe the difference that a 600 kilometres south makes compared to yesterday, say. But anyway, our job here is done, the trip is over. Just like to thank you all for coming along with me. Hope you get something out of it, and we'll see you on the next adventure shortly, no doubt. Until then, be good, and we'll catch you all later. Bye for now.